Hello. All right, let's get our March Madness on, people, right down to the mat. I want you to start out kneeling on your hands and knees. And let's get tuned into your breath in this position. Start by creating lengthening energies in a couple different directions. So reaching your sit bones towards the wall behind you, the crown of your head towards the wall in front of you, and then push away from the floor just a little bit with your arms and legs. So you know those arms are straight. And you've got the sense of connecting your ribs against your shoulder blades. You can feel the back of your pelvis against your skin. Now take a nice slow breath in through your nose. Send the air deep into your lungs and now feel an expansion out to the sides as the ribs open. Exhale through your mouth, blow the air at the floor right between your thumbs, and compress your abdominal muscles without changing the shape of your back. When you breathe in, feel the ribs opening away from the spine as the lungs fill with the air. And then as you exhale, feel the ribs hugging back in towards the center to give you support while keeping that nice long spine. Take one more breath in. And then when you exhale, I want you to do a small rock of your pelvis, like the equivalent of doing an imprint from neutral position. And then when you inhale, stick your tailbone back out to find that natural curve in your low back. As you exhale, you're going to rock the pelvis, but I want you to keep your ribs relatively still. And then when you inhale, think of your sit bones tipping up to bring you back to that neutral starting position. One more time. Exhale, creating a slight rocking down and together of the sit bones. And then inhale back to neutral. Now let that start the full cat stretch. When you exhale, begin by rocking the pelvis and just let the wave run up your body, flexing your mid spine, and then lowering your head to look at your knees. Now stay in this inhale, keeping that little curl of the pelvis. When you exhale, stick out your tailbone, so feel the sit bones lift again. Elongate through neutral. Now push away from the floor and lift your chest and chin to come into extension. Stay here, take another breath in. Exhale, start to tuck the tail under. Let the spine respond right away, coming into that nice wave, tail to head to flex. Hold there for your inhale, putting the breath in your back. And then exhale, stick out the tailbone. Feel those sit bones get wider as they roll up. Open your collarbones, lift your head. One more time. Breathe in here. Let the breath expand your chest. Exhale, start to round the spine. Use the exhale to compress your abs so you're creating support for your back and allowing it to stretch into that flexion. Now, as you inhale, try to make more energy, drawing your head and tail together, and then reach them apart. Exhale, sit bones towards the back wall. Open the chest, lift your chin, and see the baseboard at that front wall. Okay, come back into a neutral spine again. Curl your toes underneath your feet, back to a small isolation, but now up at your shoulder blades. When you breathe in, retract your shoulder blades. That's going to slide them closer, together, and your chest is going to sink down towards the floor just a little. Then when you exhale, spread your blades apart by pushing your rib cage back up into them as you breathe in. So it's like your ribs drop to get out of the way so the blades can come together. And then to spread them apart, you want your ribs to fill up those shoulder blades and you can feel them wrap wider around your ribs. Inhale, retracting. And when you're pushing away, limit the size. You want to resist flexing like we just did in the cat. One more time. This is going to finish with you pushing away. I want you to give a little pressure into your fingertips so we take some of the weight out of your wrists. All right, now we're going to shift your body weight into your hands and your feet. Come into a little neck pull prep. Breathe in. On your exhale, push your weight forward. And then as you pick your knees up, just shift back a little bit so there's load in your toes. Hold here to breathe in. And then exhale to place your knees back down. Inhale at the bottom. Shift forward first. I want to push into your fingers, push away with the wrists as I shift my weight back to hover the knees up. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, back down. Now, if that's enough challenge, just keep doing that. If you want to make it a little harder, we're going to add a small march. On your exhale, you're going to pick your knees up, get stable in that lift. Hold for a breath in. Now, when you exhale, you're going to lift one foot just off the floor. Inhale, place it back down. Try your other leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, drop. We'll do that a total of 6 times. Small lift, extending, and lower down. Try to keep your back nice and flat. Use your exhale to compress your abs. Find that support. One more each way. Push away from the ground with the arms. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift, and lower. Drop your knees. Sit back towards your heels. All right, we're going to go down onto your side into a little spinal rotation. Bottom arms under your head like a pillow. Legs are in tabletop position. And try to feel, again, length in your back. Keep referring to that sit bone, those sit bones, and the crown of the head reaching away from each other. All right, you want your hips about 90 degrees, knees at 90 degrees, top arm forward at chest height. One time, we're going to do this normal. On your inhale, lift your top arm above your shoulder. When you exhale, rotate your upper body, reaching your arm towards the wall behind you while you keep your knees pressing down to the floor to resist. Stay here to breathe in. Hold for a second exhale and just feel your abs here compress. Thoroughly blow that air out and feel that wringing yourself out sensation. Take one more breath in and then exhale to lift your arm and close. All right, now we're going to do this as a more circular motion. So when you breathe in, bring your arm up by your ear, start to rotate back into that openness. Exhale, hand around to your hip and back to the front. And again, big inhale, take the arm overhead to reach back, and then exhale forward to the chest height. 2 more times in this direction. And exhale around. Inhale up and back. Exhale around. Let's take it the other way. Go low by your hip, open up into your chest stretch on your inhale. Exhale, we come around by the ear and back to the front. So when you pass your hip, this will probably be natural, but you want to turn your palm up through this back range and then turn your palm back down as you pass your ear. 2 more times. Check it on the legs and hips. You want to keep pressing them down to resist your turn. Exhale forward. 1 more time. Big inhale, expand, reach around. Exhale to the front. Let's flip over to your other side. All right, so again, shoot for that 90 degree at your hips and your knees. Long back, top arm reaching forward. All right, normal. When you breathe in, top arm up to the ceiling. Now rotate your upper body and allow your shoulder blade to glide back and down slightly. So that's that retraction direction again. Stay here, take a big breath in. As you hold for your second exhale, give a little more pressure at your knees, hug your ribs together, send all that air out, and just let your chest relax. Take another breath in. Now try to close from the force of your breath. So when you exhale, feel those ribs hugging in, turning you back over and just bringing your arm down. All right, let's try that more circular one. So now we'll go up by your ear first. So it's an inhale. We turn the palm up there, open into the back. Exhale around to your hip. Your palm turns back down. And again, inhale, open. Allow your head and neck to turn to follow this twist of the ribs. Exhale around to the front. 2 more times. Breathe in as you rotate and reach back. Exhale, return to the front. Last one. Inhale and exhale forward. Let's go the other way. Inhale, your arm goes down to your hip, rotate back. Exhale, take it around to your ear and back to the front. And again, inhale, big sweeping motion, open, and exhale around to the front. 2 more times. Inhale, anchor down those knees, resist to open into the stretch. Exhale forward. Last one. Breathe in and all the way around to the front. All right, from there, let's get you sitting up into a half roll back. All right, so we want to start finding your vertical neutral where you're sitting up on your sit bones, bend in your knees and a little space in between your legs. Let's reach your arms forward at chest height, and then I want you to round forward over your legs to begin. You're going to take an inhale breath here. As you exhale, start to roll your pelvis back, rounding your lower spine about halfway down towards the mat. As you inhale, you're going to curl forward, rounding over your legs. When you roll back, try to keep your arms parallel to the floor. And so as you're diving forward, it'll feel like you're lifting them a little bit to keep that alignment. Exhale, and it'll feel like you're pressing them down slightly on the way back. Inhale forward. Now we're going to add some endurance. So let's try an arm raise. You're going to roll back and just hold it. On your inhale, breathe into your back to stay flexed and lift your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower your arms back down. Inhale, dive forward over your legs. Let's do it again. Roll back, but this time let's stay back longer. Do it twice. Inhale, arms go up for 1. Exhale, lower your arms, compress your abs a little more. Find that support. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Good. Dive forward over your legs. Let's make it 3. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, lift 3. Exhale, lower. Lift 2. Exhale, lower. 1. Exhale, lower. dive forward. Let's do one more for 4. We got other stuff to do. Roll back, tuck up your pubic bone, get those glutes assisting the ab contraction. Now inhale, we lift for 4. Exhale, lower down. 3, and lower. 2, 1, and down. Dive forward over your legs and sit up tall. Speaking of tall, let's go up into a tall kneel. All right, we're going to do spine twist, but I want stop sign hands, my fave. All right, so I'm going to turn to the side just so you get a sense of the posturing. You want your hips aligned right over your knees, shoulders and head aligned over your pelvis. We got the arms out to the side, but I want you to bring them just a little forward of your shoulders so you can see your hands in your peripheral vision. Let's take an inhale breath, grow nice and tall through your spine. On your exhale, rotate to the side, pulsing for 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, bring it back to the center. Other side, we twist for 1. Keep pushing those hips forward in line with the knees. Inhale, back to the center. And exhale to twist. Try to reach out through the heels of the hand as you rotate. And you can sense that, like sometimes I like to pretend in the superhero-y way. Spider-Man shooting spider webs is always fun. So if you need that long arm feeling, be Spider-Man. Otherwise, see if you do that same reach out coming more from the shoulders instead of the wrist. See how that changes the sensation and organizes your torso more. 1 more to each side. And 2. Too many words. Back to the center. Last time for 3. And 2. And 1. Back to the middle. Relax your arms back down. All right. Speaking of back down, let's go back down to the mat. My dialogue is so witty today. Okay. Shall we do scissors? Yes, we shall. We're going to do scissors, and then I'm going to take you into a little bicycle. Rock into an imprinted position. So we're shortening your abdominals, elongating the low back, and then lift up one leg at a time into tabletop position. So we're just going to pause them there for a second, get your upper body ready. So hands at the back of your thighs, nod your chin, curl up your head and shoulders into an ab prep position, and look at your thighs. Now extend your legs up to the ceiling. You're going to take one more breath in. When you exhale, lower one leg and draw the other leg towards you for 2 pulses. Inhale while the legs pass, and then pulse for 2. So to keep this exercise nice and challenging, I want you to try to pass your legs around a 45-degree angle. And so there's this moment where the legs feel very heavy before they separate. And that's your perfect ab challenge. Inhale and reach, reach. Let's go for 4. And they pass. 3, and 2, and 1. I want you to tuck both knees in, take your head back down, and place your hands behind your head. Now angle your elbows forward just a little bit. So this is going to give you a little more support for your neck while we go through the bicycle choreography, which involves a little more thinky braininess. All right, nod your chin, curl up your head and shoulders, and I want you to send your legs up again to start. Now drop one leg into the scissor shape. From there, you're going to bend one knee as you lower the other leg and extend it out to a scissor. Inhale as you begin the pass, exhale to reach. Now, I like to flex my feet because then I feel like it's actually a bicycle pedaling motion. That is optional. And bend and reach. One more with each leg. And bend and reach. All right, I'm going to have you break up the set because we got to go in reverse. I'm just not sure how you're feeling with your abs or your neck or whatever because I can't see you very well through this little machine. Let's do it again. Backwards, Kate, backwards. Okay, nod your chin. Curl up your head and shoulders. Shoot those legs up. All right, let's start it with pointed toes, but I'm going to drop the other leg first. All right, so you're going to bend the leg in the high position. Switch them out to scissor. Bend. Switch them out to scissor. Here's with flex foot. Bend and reach away. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach out. Inhale and reach. Bend and press. Let's go for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, it's like I'm so busy thinking about what I'm doing, I forget how hard my abs hurt until the moment I'm like, and done. All right, feet back down. Before jackknife is coming in next. Still can't say it. Let's do a bridge. Leave a little space between your feet. Keep your feet close to you. When you exhale, I want you to push your hips straight up into a bridge. So your pubic bone's a little higher than your hips. Inhale at the top, but then when you come down, I want you to roll through your spine in the sequencing of a hip roll, okay? So on the exhale, it's just a straight lift up. You get that good connection with the glutes and the hamstrings. Inhale at the top, and then roll back down. So we need this exercise right now in this workout. I want you to feel the openness in your hips after the work you just did in the last exercise. But now I want you to feel that articulation because that's going to be really important coming out of the jackknife. One more time. And when you push up, this activation of your hip extensors, also really important for your jackknife, just in a different way. And then we're going to roll back down to the mat. All right, so that preps you for what's to come. Now, we're going to do one rollover without the jackknife component, just so we get that sequencing and mobility through the spine, and then we'll increase the challenge. Arms by your sides, rock to imprint when you exhale, and then lift your legs one at a time to tabletop position. From here, you're going to start with your legs out straight. So the next exhale breath, extend your legs out to a diagonal. And now we begin with a leg lift. So you're going to inhale to take your legs to the ceiling. Roll yourself off as you exhale. And we want to come pretty close to legs parallel to the floor. Now when you inhale, start to roll down. So here right away, you'll see that sequencing we just did in the hip rolls. We want to feel one vertebra at a time. Drop to the mat. Now you're going to hold on to your imprint and reach your legs away. Just one more time. Inhale, legs up, roll off. And I'm sorry I'm only having you do two, but I feel like we're limited to like maybe 3 jackknives after that. Start to roll back down because that's hard exercise. We go one bone at a time. All right, that's all the prep you get. And reach your legs away. All right. You can keep doing that, or let's try this jackknife. So inhale, legs up. Exhale, you're going to roll off to your shoulder blades. Now from here, give a little pressure down into your arms. You're going to reach your legs up to the ceiling. And here's where I want you to squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings. That's how we get that openness. Now you're going to inhale at the top, and then you're going to start rolling down. The challenge is to try to keep your hips open as much as possible as you're rolling down. So like eventually you'll feel you have to counterbalance, bringing your legs towards you to do that, and just play around with that. So you're going to inhale, legs up to the ceiling, curl yourself off, take it to the shoulder blades. Now when you exhale, compress your abs, squeeze your glutes, open up the front of your hips to get that higher inversion. Now you've got your inhale breath. I want you to sense the back of your body, and then you're going to roll down with control. You should feel work in your arms. You're constantly pressing them into the mat, and then reach your legs away. Last time. Breathe in, legs up, and roll off. Exhale, extend those legs up. And then we've got that inhale breath, holding your frame, sensing the back body. And then exhale, using your ultimate control as you roll back down. Wah, wah, and legs away. Tuck those cute little knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Let's flip over onto your tummy tums. All right, we're going to go into double leg kick next. I want you to begin with your head turned to the side. Let's take your legs about hip width apart with your toes turned out, hands behind your back, and you're just going to flop your elbows down a little bit. All right, I want to take you through the upper body alone first before we add the leg choreography. When you breathe in, you're going to lift your chest and chin into extension. Gaze forward on your mat and straighten your arms so they're posed right next to the side of your legs. Then turn your head to the other side. Bend your elbows, lower your upper body down. You can place your hands behind your back. And do that just within like a comfortable limit of your flexibility. No strain there because as you can feel, this isn't the working moment. Now inhale, lift up through the center, hands face your sides. Exhale, turn your head to the other side, let those elbows flop. And again, inhale, rising up through the middle, gazing forward. Exhale, rotate, let your elbows flop. One more time. Inhale up, expanding the chest, and lower back down. Okay. Now when we add the leg choreography, you really need to know that upper body stuff ahead of time. All right, so leave your head to the side. Your legs from where they are now, let's say they're up, you're going to bring them together in parallel. And when we exhale, we pulse 3 times while we keep the head down. Now you're going to do a long inhale, straighten your legs, open them and extend them as you take your upper body up. And then while you're coming back down, let's get them back together and exhale, pulse 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift up. So the legs straighten, open, turn out, and hover. They come back together. You drop for 3, 2, 1. Big inhale into your chest. Lift up, open, reach out to your toes and fingers. Exhale back in for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up through the center, open your chest. Exhale back down for 3, 2, 1. Let's do 2 more sets. So reach out through the legs, make sure you're lifting, keep those knees straight. Back in for 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, take it back to the middle. 1 more expansion. Exhale to come back down. Sit back in the shell stretch. Hips onto your heels. Okay, so while you're holding the shell, let's make this an active breath moment. On your inhale breath, expand the back of your ribs so we can stretch the muscles you were just activating to extend your back. And then hold here for an exhale. Compress your abs, support around your trunk, and maybe an openness left to right of your low back. Take a nice big breath in and stay for 1 more exhale, compressing your abs to hollow out the shape of the shell. Take 1 more inhale and then roll back up to sitting when you exhale. Let's go into the saw next. All right. So you got your stop sign hands in the spine twist. Now you just got pointy fingers because we need to be a sharp, sharp saw. Legs about shoulder width apart. They can be straight or slightly bent if that's easier to sit up. Let's take your arms out to the side. We're going to start palms down. But again, arms are just going to ride a tiny bit forward of your shoulders. When you breathe in, you're going to rotate to the side, spiraling up nice and tall like you did in that spine twist. Turn your back thumb down and your front thumb up. And when you exhale, you're going to round forward over your legs. On your inhale, roll back up to vertical and then rotate back to the center. Inhale, you're going to twist to the other side. Back thumb down, front thumb up. Exhale, round forward, gazing just to the side of your knee. Inhale, roll all the way up to vertical. Exhale, back to the center. And again, inhale, feel yourself grow with the breath. Turn the thumb down. Exhale, round forward. Try to keep your arms parallel to the floor. That's where the saw action comes from. So you're going to draw yourself back by that arm, roll back up, and turn back to center. Inhale, twist, flip the thumb down. Exhale, round forward, look at your leg. Roll all the way back up, get tall again, rotate back to center. 1 more each side. Inhale, twist, rotate the hands. Exhale, round forward, look to the side of the leg. Root down into your sit bones, grow back up, rotate back to center. Last time. Inhale, twist, turn the palms. Exhale, round forward, make sure your gaze is right next to your leg. Push down into both sit bones evenly to find vertical and rotate back to the center. All right, let's do a little set of push-ups to finish. Just enough time. Hi-ya. Let's go to one end of your mat. I thought I could make it the whole time with the sweatshirt. Then I had this dumb idea. Oh, it's mostly better. I'm damp. I should have started from the other side where you're not. See, I spilled a little coffee on myself driving to school with an open mug. All right. Enough about me. Let's do a push-up. Or 4 for now, let's say. All right, on your exhale, nod your chin. Start to roll forward, bending your knees on your way down to the ground. Take an inhale, walk your hands out, come to either a full plank or you can drop down to a knee down plank. Let's do 3 pulses as you lower yourself. Deeper, 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 and then exhale to push back up in a smooth move. So we pulse down 3, 2, 1, and exhale to lift back up. Inhale to drop. 2, 3, exhale up. Last time, deeper, deeper, deeper. Exhale up. Walk your hands back in. My favorite part of doing push-ups with you is you have to have like your head down and looking at the floor because that's good form. So you never see that my third pulse down like really doesn't really move much unless swing your arms up and down a few times. Oh, my face is as red as my shirt. I got to make us do these so much more often. All right, don't unsubscribe because I just said that. Let's roll down again. Drop your chin, curl forward. I know you're all here for the heavy breathing during the second set. Walk it out. All right, organize the plank. Get serious. Let's pulse again for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, push back up, use the breath. Inhale into your back. Exhale, tighten your abs, push back up. And again, dropping 1, 2, 3. Exhale to lift. Last time, 3, 2, 1. Exhale up. Walk your hands back in. Weight in your feet. Roll back up to vertical. Just get yourself all the way on or off your mat so you're just stable. Feet parallel, hip width apart. Let's take your arms up overhead. Keep a softness to your elbows. Bend your knees just a little bit and settle into a plie with your weight on your heels. Now, let's try a small weight shift. I want you to lift your heels, balance on the balls of the feet, lower your heels back down. Do that again. Lift them up and lower back down. Lift up and lower. Now, on the fourth one, lift them again, maybe, and then transfer up to straight knees and hang out a second to find your balance again. Now, rotate your head to one side and then back to the center, then the other side and back to the center. Lower your heels and your arms. You're done. Have a great day.